Hi beginners, so now we're going to do a sharp scale. So we're going to do D major, dog major. So with any of our sharp scales, whatever the last sharp is, in this instance we have two sharps in our scale, both F sharp and C sharp, the last sharp will be the one that we're most likely to miss. And in every scale, that's your seventh note. So we think through our scale, we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And especially coming back on the way down, C sharp on the way down is one that you want to watch out for. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first octave. Any tips and tricks are the same as always with a low octave scale. You want to be sure that you keep everything open. And then the only fingering trick here is when you're sliding from E to F sharp, move your finger very fast. So we're setting to 68, we're going to play the first octave. 1, 2, ready. All right, so now we're going to look into the second octave also slow. So a couple of the things to remember about this octave, we have that C sharp fingering. Take a look at the nice full fingering that I gave you. We're want to watch out for half holds. We have both F sharp and G, so G, presence key, as always. And then we want to be sure that our thumbs are moving fast and that we're lifting our tongue up so that the upper octave is not too flat. All right, so take a second, pause, look at any fingerings you need to look at. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to play the second octave starting on middle D. 1, 2, ready. Good. So anything to review with that, go ahead and go back and review that if you need to before we do 2 octaves. Now, with that upper octave, one thing that I forgot to mention is that you need to be sure that you're moving your thumb especially fast because you have a long distance to go from the C sharp if you're going to a high B key. Now, some of you don't have that. Some of you are only using B to C sharp. That's also fine. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the 2 octaves together. Take this second to review any notes, go back to anything you need to look over again. All right, here we go. 2 octaves together starting on low D. 1, 2, ready. So troubleshoot from any of your other videos, any things you have problems with the low octave or the upper octave. Make sure that we're always keeping everything nice and open. We're using good air. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to speed the tempo up. So pause if you need to review. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready. All right, so that was at 72. Now we're going to go up to 76. And never be afraid to go back and do a review of any of the octaves that you're having trouble with, right? There's always that one that's harder than some for one octave that's harder than the others. And 1, 2, So now, the final thing we're going to do is we're going to try at 80. So pause here if you need to review anything. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to play it at 80. Pause here if you need to review anything. All right. 1, 2, ready. All right, so that's your D major scale.